Hi everyone. Today we have discussed some of the points of the chapter The Constitutions of the India. In this chapter, in the last video in this chapter, we have discussed about to be the features of the constitutions. What is about the features of the constitutions. Okay, now in the features of constitutions we have left two of the points, and that is the number one, the single citizenship. Okay, single citizenship. First of all, we have discussed in the short form what is a single citizenship. So you know that very well. The Indian constitutions provide us. What provide us? A single citizenship. That means basically the people are the citizens of the country. It means what? The people are the citizens of the country and not of the individual states. In the last video we have discussed about this point. If you have lived in the India, that means you have an Indian citizenship. And if suppose that you live in the Bihar or the Bengal or the any state, then there is no any citizenship. Only one of the citizenship is follow in our country, and that is the single citizenship, and that is the Indian citizenship. Now, so citizenship basically denotes a status of an individuals. It best was to be upon the individual. In another way, if we can say here that the full the right, civil, political as well as the socio-economic, and in the return for the allegrances of the loyalty and which there to be the owed to be the country. So you have lived in India, that means you have an Indian citizenship. Normally if we talk here, so it is under a federal system. There is a dual federal system in our country. You know that in the last video we have discussed here the dual system. What happened? One of the central government is the rule here also. Another one of the second government, that is the state government where we have lived in our country. Okay. So which a person belonging to that of the nation, that means which including to be the all the state. So that's why we have the Indian citizenship, not any other state of the citizenship there. Now in America, you know that the people who live in the America, they have the citizens of the United States. Which state? United States. Okay. United States. But you know that very well here. In America, all the persons who live there are the citizens of the United States. But the person who live in the New York, where? In the New York, Texas, or any other states, they have followed, or basically they resided there, which state, they have followed the state citizenship. That is only used in the America. If we have talking here about to be the Australia, so Australia have also the dual government system, or the basically the government which the constitutions which has been the followed in our country, the citizenship which follow in our country, that is also follow in the Australia. Now, not talking here about to be the Indian citizenships again. What is, if the people who live in the India, listen very carefully this point, if the people live in the India, or basically the Indian constitutions What's happened there? So recognizes a single citizenship, and every Indian is a citizen of the India. Now it's a clear that every Indian have only one citizen, that means the citizen of the India, and has the same the rights to British citizenship no matter in which state they live or they resided. So it is given about to be the single citizenship. Second point or the last point from these features of the constitutions, and that is about to be the universal adult. Next word is what? Universal adult franchise. Franchise or the franchise. Okay. What is this? So first of all, again we have discussed about the universal adult franchise. You know that we live in our country. In our country, what's happened? You know that every citizens of the India with the some the expression or the expectation about to be the government. Okay, and they have basically who attain the age of the 18 years. Remember the point is basically who has attained the age of the 18 years in our country, they have a right to the vote and they elect their representative. Understood? They have a right to the vote and elect his or her representative. Now come to the point. Universal adult franchise means what? The people who have the 18 years, they have a right to elect the leader or the representative for the other world, for the other countries. Now, our constitution, you know that very well here, our constitution is the based on the principle of the universal adult franchise. Okay. In 1989, what's happened, you know that the voting age was the lowered from the 21 years to be the 18 years. In which year it was held? It was held into the 1989. The voting age was lowered from the 21 to be the 18 years. Now, the argument individual or the advances for the lowering to be the voting age was that what is the purpose? Why the age of 21 is lowered into be the 18? What is the purpose here? What is the reason here? So basically the reason was what you that the enfranchisement, if we are talking here, the enfranchisement of the youth shall the make them more get the sensible or more the creative. That means in this age the people or the person can be the think about their the profit, about their the loss, and about their the argument or the what is the right for him and what is the wrong for him. That's why the age of the 21 is lower on that time in the 18. Okay, and it was happened in the 1989. In which year it was held? In the 1989. Now again we have talking here about to be the adult franchise, that is the constitutions that give the voting rights to us. You know that very well. That basically the person who has been the 18 years, the constitutions give the writing vote to be the every person to which first of the point here that who is citizens of the India, who has the right here for the voting in our country, who has the right here, the person who is a citizen of India. First of the point given here. Now second point, that what is, you know that second point is that is not the less than the 18 years of the age. It is also described here, is not less than the 18 years of the age. Okay, is not less than the 18 years of the age. And then our third is not, next point, that is not otherwise the disqualified under any law. Is not disqualified under any law. So, three of the points given about to be that person who had to be the 18 years and who has the right to be the vote in our country to choose their the leaders or to choose their the representative. Next point given about to be the organs of the government. It is about to be the organs or the wings of the government. Okay, now we know that very well. Our government has the three types of the wings or the organs. How many types of the wings? Three types of the wings or the governments. So these wings are in number one. First of all, the legislature. Now, if we talk here about to be the second, legislature or the legislative. Okay. Now, if we talk here about to be the second point, that is the executive. What is this? That is the executive. And the number three, that is about to be the judiciary. The judiciary. So these three are the wings or the organs of the government. Organs of the government. Now, one by one we have discussed here. First of all, we come to be the point about to be the legislative. What is legislative? You know that basically in our books it is given that the members of the parliament so both of the houses and the elected members of the state from the legislative branch are included in the legislative system, and they frame the laws. What happened here? They frame the laws for the our country, both for the center and both for the state also. In the legislative points, what's happened? Basically the member of the parliament of both of the houses, they elected the other member to be the state from the legislative branches. Now, after that, they frame the laws for the country, both of the central and states. The laws are made both for the central and the state. In executive, what's happened after that, when the laws are made in the legislative system, after that what's happened? They comes to be the executive. In executive, what's happened? So it is a branch that consisted of the basically the president. Executive is a branch where the president are related with it, vice president, okay. In an executive, what's happened? President, vice president, government of the state, governor of the state, okay, governors of the state, prime minister. Listen one by one here. President, vice president, then the governors, then the prime ministers, governor of the state, then the prime minister, then the chief minister also including in it, the chief ministers, okay, the chief ministers, and next one is the council of the minister, the council of minister, who is related to the executive, the president, the vice president, after that the governor of the state, prime minister, chief minister, the council of the minister at the center, and the state at the center. At the center they are the related, and the state along with the bureaucracy. These all are the effective person or the member is related with the executive branch. In our executive branch, that means the second organs of the government. Now, the executive carries the laws. Which laws? Which was made by the legislative. What is the work of the executive? The executive carries the law, which was made by the legislative branch. So, in legislative branch, we have learned about that the rules or the laws are the made for the central and the state. And in the second point, in the executive, we have learned here that what you know that. So basically, in the executive carries out the laws which was made by the legislative branch. Now, if we talk here about to be the judiciary, it is the last branch or the last organs of the government. So basically, we know that the Supreme Court, the High Court, and the lower courts, basically the district courts are the related here, the comprised with the judiciary. These all are the attached with the judiciary. Now the judiciary depends the justice, where the people got the justice. That's why it is said that the judiciary depends about, depends us to be the justice. We know that the Supreme Court is just the ultimate guarantor for what? Of our the fundamental rights, and the guardians, and to be the supreme interpreter of the constitution. In another way, if we can say here, so our president, our Supreme Court is the guardians of our constitutions. Okay. So in another way, that is the point has been the ending here. Now, apart from to be the judiciary, also the functions as to be the arbiter and to be the dispenser of the justice. If we talk here about to be the for the point the arbiter, arbiter means you know that what? Basically the someone who makes the judgment. Arbiter means what? So someone who make the judgment for which to be the solved an argument or the decided for what will be the done or what will be the not done. Okay, so that is about to be the arbiter. Now the second point, their second word is also there given there, that about to be the dispenser. Dispenser means the source from where the justice is drawn, that is including into be the dispenser. That's all for today.